This weekend. I know it'll be close to 80 and maybe hit 80 a couple of times, Brittany, but I think folks will still like to be outside.
Yes, it'll be fantastic. I love Charlotte Shout too. So a really nice weekend for it. Better than last Easter weekend where it was nasty weather. And I will remind folks, and I know it seems like a duh, but sunscreen, of course, when you're outside for long periods of time with how bright the sun is, the sun angle a little bit higher now as we get closer and closer to the middle part of spring. And hydration, hydration, hydration. We also do have a slight breeze coming in for tomorrow, especially. That'll make it feel a little bit nicer, but it can trick us sometimes when it comes to that sunburn. Some of the highest pollen levels too of the year so far. So if you do suffer and you typically take allergy medicine, the nasal sprays, things like that, maybe pack them maybe in your bag before you head out, especially if you're going to be out all day. And then we are going to be tracking that small risk there for some localized fire risk up in the mountains and foothills, but that should fizzle out by about later Saturday and into Sunday. For the rest of this evening, fantastic weather. We're talking temperatures in the 60s by about 8 o'clock. Really, really nice for both today and tomorrow as University of South Florida is actually here taking on the Charlotte 49ers here in Charlotte. Tomorrow afternoon, as Colin mentioned, fantastic weather. Today we hit 73. Tomorrow we're talking the upper 70s and then back to the 80s on Sunday. Sunday, of course, the last day of the month. March 31st. We did hit 82 degrees one time earlier in March. That was March 14th. That's the only 80-degree plus day of the year so far. But this last day of March is actually going to come with 2 more chances to be 80 degrees plus. That comes on Monday and Tuesday. So multiple days, multiple friends here in the 80s. So we just need to be prepared for at least multiple days with temperatures about 10 to 15 degrees above average. And it probably doesn't surprise you that I got to bring out this graphic here, the pollen forecast. If you have been suffering lately, these numbers are going to be some of the highest again levels we've had so far this year. So please prepare accordingly. If you have not been and you felt like maybe the ones who are suffering being a little bit dramatic, you might actually have those numbers start to go up. And here's why. Tree pollen actually starts to peak late March and into April. April is the busiest month for tree pollen, and then things slowly start to fizzle out by the end of May. You can kind of see this here on the historic map. So what happens when we have a really warm February and a really warm start to March? Well, it doesn't mean that all of this doesn't still happen. It just means that pollen season starts early and it just is extended. But we still see that peak this time of year. I have a ton of friends lately who have said, I have been fine for the last month or two, but now it is really kicking me, and this is why. So just please be mindful of this, especially for a weekend where many folks want to be outside. As Colin mentioned, of course, Charlotte Shout. We have Charlotte FC. Next week is Charlotte Knights. So many reasons for folks to be outside, enjoying time with friends, families. So hopefully you're able to do so and stay safe. And of course, have a great time too. We do see the dry weather stick around through early next week. Eventually, a cold front moves through the area by about midweek, mainly a chance of rain on Wednesday. Doesn't look to be a washout, so it could even kick up some of those pollen levels a little bit more. And then we dry things out by the end of next week. So a lot of warmth over the next few days, but I have some relief for those of you who maybe think that 84 for April 1st, unfortunately not an April Fool's joke, is maybe a little bit too warm. Look at the end of the week. Once that front passes by on Wednesday, we will actually have a few cooler days, Thursday and Friday. We're talking mid to upper 60s, closer to where we should be this time of year. Not too cold at night, which means the frost's not going to be a big issue there for the gardeners. So a nice little change there. Every single day looks relatively nice other than just a few showers on Wednesday. So Colin, the next week looks pretty nice as folks, of course, prepare for a really, really warm weekend.
Yes, looks good ahead. All right, thank you, Brittany. Ahead of Easter weekend plans and spring break, you'll want to download the WCNC Charlotte mobile app. It has an hour-by-hour and 10-day forecast so you know exactly what to expect for your day and your entire week. Get the app today. Only takes a few seconds to download, and it's entirely free.